And we have punched the stream button again. We're gonna... It's the same stream that it always is. I need to pause that so I don't have that going, and then... It's the same stream, but I have a headset now. Might be fewer audio issues, who knows. Probably sound worse. The thing is we do set safety first. Usual. And let my mouse rest somewhere. I don't really care. And resetting your mouse via Valley. I'm right next to it. Yo, we're making it out of the Eternal Tower with this one. I started before 2 AM, so I might actually pretend to finish this run. I'm not gonna finish this run, who am I kidding? Yo, it's this guy! What's up, Tom? It's been a hot minute since I've seen you. I mean, you know, the whole withdrawing from the community aspect probably didn't help, but you know. Went an entire 5 rooms without a single red box. Unbelievable. I don't know if I'm actually doing better or if I'm just acting better. I am definitely back to causing problems though, and one day we'll come to accept it and maybe even enjoy it. Oh god, why? Every single bullet test. On a like technical level, I could just be teching these guys instead. Like a force, then I have to swap like mag and everything. Oh yeah, like I don't blame you. I say this a lot, I've said this multiple times, but like, the moment you stop looking at Twitter, and then like, every Discord server that had the same like 7 people in it, the drama just mysteriously disappeared. It's crazy. It turns out there never actually was drama, there was just like, a few people that are the embodiment of misery-loving company. Yo, Trifluid? Oh, Monofluid, I'll take it, Tyler. Why not? I could just use this sector if I wanted to. There's not a wall on this one. But it's also a 4-drop room, so I kind of don't want to. Yeah, pretty much. Like, you just get rid of the... Like, that's the thing about the internet. You can curate your experiences. I have actually turned my Twitter notifications back on because I've curated mine enough to not worry about them. But also, like, the moment you start, like, liberally blocking people, things get better. Still not a single red box yet. Interesting. The game also doesn't have a door on it. Huh. Interesting. I want to actually stream New Genesis, but I tried that a few days ago, and I didn't actually lower my game settings enough, and it was like both unwatchable and unplayable, so oopsie. Oopsie oopsie. I only have a red box in the run. No, like, it was just on, like, streaming. My settings are just too high, and I didn't, like, test or anything. My settings were on, like, normal recording and not, like, gameplay recording and streaming. Or, like, normal gameplay, basically, so... The stream was in Rayward Gorge, and it was basically, like, an unplayable frame rate. And it was probably even more unwatchable. This is not a good place to be standing, but whatever. What is it? There it is. I need to get some hardware upgrades going just because my machine's just old. I am not in a financial position to do that right now, so it's kind of like low priority for me. It's really hard to like force myself to do like a hardware upgrade when the most intensive thing I do is play New Genesis, so another better garbage. should be close. Yeah, that was close enough. Okay. Oh no, no need to recache after yet. Okay. Okie dokie. Not really been a lot of like items dropping this run, and I have to say I'm kind of okay with that. It means there's less garbage to throw away. Also really early though, I'm only on like the 3rd or 4th floor. Together. Okay. We'll get back over here. I don't like those network spikes. Apparently my internet is being throttled. I should not be struggling to maintain my upload rate. This game of all things. It's just more the usual. It's been a really weird drop set so far because there haven't actually been drops. I've seen like 2 red boxes so far. Otherwise it's just more the usual. Like, the thing about this, I think, if your Phantasy Star stream isn't just like a glorified just chatting stream, then I think you're doing it wrong. Because Phantasy Star should not be like something that you'd need to worry about. Does that make sense? These games have always just been kind of like water cooler games to me. You can play them really well, but if you're going to stream them, it needs to be something like casual to stream, unless you're going to be like a god gamer or something. At which point, you're not interacting with chat at all. Well, no, something interesting happens though, because I'll probably scream. I'll probably scream. I remember when I got my first Psycho Wand in Blooper, I woke my great grandfather up, and he like cut all I hauled on him. Pretty funny. Second time I got one, it was like a jump scare for my friends in the voice chat. Euro Swift? There goes my internet trying to spike again. Interesting. Here's my red boxes. There we go, there's some red boxes. Now it's a Phantasy Star stream. We have red boxes. No, we don't. Another day in paradise. Yeah, I'll swap up each of these. Okay. Oh yeah, no, we're getting a new quest tomorrow. It's gonna be a pretty fun reality check. For a lot of people. Who's in here? It's completely blank. Never mind. And it's in the way of my box as well. No, the new boss is next month. This month is... They're called time extension quests. They're basically like the Blazing Battle and Chiliest Chase, like, limited quest we got. Where you have like a timer that gets extended as you clear certain enemies. And your final rank is depending on like how many enemy waves you cleared, all that nonsense. There's an easy version and then a hard version that has a couple extra waves on it. And the going theory is that they drop Master Cubes or Master Cube cards because we have an exchange being added for Master Cubes. So whatever happens in the meantime happens. Fortunately, the next boss isn't until next month, so I have enough time to get like all my Lux Half an hour set up, so I can just hopefully solo that guy at the start of the cycle, and not have a solo that has like 150 views, and it's like half of a song upload. God, that thing. Crash 7 star, sure. Ooh, that's not fun. Oh god, yeah, I keep forgetting about the Sleepy Theme AC strat, and it's like, I actually kinda want like a lot of the stuff on it, but I'm broke because I've been making Lux Half an hour. It'd be cheaper if I just like made them. That's so much Aegis. Like 10, 20, 30. It's like 33 runs of standing Aegis per. Oh, it's more. 80 and 20. God, it's like 35 runs or something. 36-ish. That's a lot. It's just a lot. I don't mind doing the runs, like, as long as my friends don't mind doing them. Especially now that the Aegis Integra thing has been, like, uncapped. You will get, like, one every 3 weeks. Oh yeah, no, 163 is still perfectly fine. It's just, like, not going to solo Dalian. I'm at, like, 170, but I don't quite count it because I'm running, like, a speed trip on it, and I'd rather be running a Grand Dread. It's like, I either run the Grand Dread, or I, like, go all in on the fact I'm on Fatale anyway. I could probably do that because I'm on Bouncer, but, like... You really want floor on Bouncer just because of Pinion Blade. And like, I don't mind doing the runs of Zelvin. I just hate doing the runs. I don't mind it, but I hate it. And I need to get the dreads and everything. Like, it's so much. It's so much. Oh god, and we have Grand Gigas Master coming up as well. That's gonna be Bitcoin for the first couple of weeks. Oh yeah, no, like, I don't recommend Lux for, like, anyone who has to, like, think about it. If you have to think about if you need Lux, you don't need it. I'll say that every time a new augment comes out. If you have to think about it, you don't need it. Like, Luxes right now are for the speedrunners and the thickheads. Anyone could, like, lobby whale their way into having, like, a full set of Luxes or whatever, but at the end of the day, if you're not doing anything with them, then why'd you get them? Any wedge is gonna be fun, I think. Level 15 Barda and PP material. They both have elements? Okay. Sure, what are you made out of? Man, I think that is like, that is so almost good. That was so almost good. This is what, like 4, 6, or 7? Oh, like on floor 8. Okay, I'll take it. I know I've seen this item before. Oh, it's a shield, okay. Should do more data research, see if I can figure out what some of the unknown bites were. not really gonna need to, but I think it'd be fun. Ooh, it's for naked. Good grief, he's naked. 1,000 experience. It's probably just gonna be a bigger monster. Like, no matter what happens with it, it's like, the Bonduck is dead at least, so like, whatever. Bro, I didn't get anything from Fro Naked. Unbelievable. I'm so sad. I feel like whatever it is probably just going to be... Oh, a Bondock is going to be dead, like, no matter what happens. Because we won't be able to, like, run all, like, 4 Gigases anymore or whatever. Which, like, good, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna miss it. But a Pixie, a Bondock is just dead. Like, at that point, we just, like, run Wicks or Unwicks or whatever. The Bonduck's been kind of floundering for a bit anyway, but with Grand Gigasmaste, then we're just yeeting it into the trash. Oh, here comes a scary boss fight. Oh, this is gonna be a knockback. Bro, what are Reeve and what are they doing? What are they doing? Reeve? Okay, I hate EP so much. Bro. Well, whatever. Show me something spicy, nothing spicy in here. Another thing. Completely blank Alderoth. Incredible. Oh, another 4-slot generic. Okay. Okay, what level was that? Level 50, that's... I'll hoard it, sure. I forgot I got you. Unbelievable. Now, what do you say? Check what this notification is, and then... Alright, dude. Just bust out the PSU dance, and then go back to tower. It's true. You gotta bust out the dance for extra luck. I unfortunately cannot dance at the entrance though. I mean, I could tell a wonderful PSO2 drama story, but like it's not important. But no, my hobby has turned into dragging people through duo Aegis. Because I'm bored and I want to feel something again. And this guy, like, 30% potency up on like all of his armors, and like a Flugelguard sword, like Wix level 1. We couldn't do a duo. And I'm like sitting there at the end of it with like 7,700 DPS on my screenshot. And then after it was over, he's just like, "You're just salty because you're weak." And I'm like, huh? Funniest stuff in the world. I want to see that guy solo. He was doing like normal attack, like weapon action counters on sword. He wasn't even doing like a venture. He was just doing like weapon action guards. And he said I was the weak one. Dragging random people through duo Aegis has honestly been really fun. When you get people that like are afraid of the boss to like come along, yeah, like it helps them realize that they're not as bad as they think they are. I've had a lot more of them like clear than I expected. And a lot of people were like saying they probably wouldn't clear, but they just like die a lot or something. But like they really don't. Some of them just don't like understand like gameplay fundamentals. Like one of my runs was like a Slayer, and they were doing like the weapon action counter on Aegis, which you don't do that during like the combo strings. And like I told them about like the sidestep weapon action, they're like, oh. So I told them to stay in touch, and if you want to do more runs, just let me know. But then like this clown shows up and was like, "You're just angry because you're weak," and I'm like, "Bro, you are a side character. You are a footnote that I will exploit for content and views. Like, buddy, you really don't understand." Did I even use a chat version? Oopsie. Like, this guy, he knows that I solo that, and he's calling me the weak one. Absolutely crazy. Yo, what if Aegis farming stream? Yo, I remember to lower my settings stream. What's those? Oh, that's the thing you're doing. Got mine material. I wanna like improve my time on Aegis a bit, but there's like so much stuff that I just need to learn how to do before I start trying to be like Falco Master 3000. And I still want to like finish my Luxes. I think now my solo would be pretty consistent though. Considering I've had like 7,700 at enters across effectively a longer fight because of the people I've been with. My solo's probably pretty consistent now. God, I want to stream New Genesis. I just want to stream more. I want to start with like New Genesis again. I need to remember to lower my settings next time. Maybe I'll do a test stream after my ends. We'll find out. Dude, sidestep is like, it's so much easier in New Genesis than it ever was in PSZ 2. Because you actually get a ping when you sidestep. And sidestep advance doesn't cost like 10 skill points. And also it doesn't exist. Like I need to stress that like non-Scion classes had to spend 3 skill points on sidestep to make it a usable dodge. And then meanwhile, if you play Bouncer, you get to weapon action and sidestep at the same time. And it is just as awful as it sounds. It is just as awful as it sounds. But they gave him his clothes back. He's not crew naked anymore. He's crew time. So, where's my 67 hit clear double? I feel like a good weapon or something, right? I don't know the meta shifted on this game was. I don't actually know how to play this game, I'm just brute forcing it. Oh, so you can't just give me no red boxes and then show me a generic red. You can't just have rare items be rare, that's normal. It might be on a bad key for you. Are you pressing the actual, like, dedicated dodge button, or are you, like, pressing double tap to dodge? Because if you're pressing double tap to dodge, then you effectively have to like buffer an input before the input that matters. Whereas if you're just pressing like the singular sidestep key, then it's just like a normal input. Listen, I'm getting old too, we all are, but like... we can't option select our age forever. It's just a matter of practice, like... it's probably some like grandma in Japan that's like the third best Slayer that just no one knows about. Just like staying on practice. I only say there's not a grandma in like America that's that third best Slayer name because I don't think anyone plays. Bro, okay. One of my coworkers at work, he's like asking me like what games I play. And I mentioned, no, I don't play many, I just play like Fantasy Star and Terraria, and he's like, New Genesis? And I'm like, yeah, and he's like, yeah, I play a bit of that every now and then. I'm like, yeah, you know the Super Dark Falls Aegis that came out? And he's like, yeah? And I'm like, yeah, I soloed that. He's like, you what? Yeah, if you're using double tap, don't. There's a dedicated key for it, and it makes it a lot more intuitive. Because you're only pressing one key and not, two. And then eventually 3 for the counter attack as well. You can turn off double tapping to dodge, and only dodge from like the dedicated sidestep key. Rappy Fever? These are some weird rappies. Yeah, you're effectively, instead of like pressing when you dodge, you need to press a button before when you need to dodge, and then press the button when you need to dodge at the same time. You're adding more room to fail the input, basically. Rappy Fever, what are you made out of? 520 and a mono. You really give me Rappy Fever music and then my drops are just a pile of money and a monomate. God damn. I love this game. Yeah, console will have a dedicated sidestep button as well, but I recommend disabling double tap to dodge anyway, because it gives you like less leeway to make like precise movement. I'm saying to someone who like has a controller, and I play with a controller when I'm feeling like lazy, like you cannot easily do like crazy stuff on controller, so I have like no expectations. But there's a dedicated button for dodging, and it does help a lot to know what it is. Undulate, that's such a cool word. Unfortunately, you're at the top of my list and you are blank, so you need to leave. Unfortunate. Oh yeah, no, disabling that option is very important to do. Very important to do. But I feel like to play this game on controller, I'd need to have like It would have to be like an Xbox controller, like a PlayStation controller layout, but I have to have like 6 buttons and not 4. Just so I can have like my entire like palette there and have weapon action and stuff somewhere like jump, dodge, and like weapon action all in one area. Because like a standard controller at like my level of like ambition does not have enough buttons for it to be comfortable with how I play. I have to start like clawing and stuff like that. But I also say this as a keyboard and mouse player that has a mouse with like extra 4 buttons on it, so yeah. Going from like a full keyboard and like 7 button mouse to like a gamepad is a bit of a nightmare for me. No, okay. One of my NPCs just shot the boss for no reason. I was gonna use that. Can't handle this game. These guys are actively worse than some of the people I meet on global. I didn't even equip it. Yeah, we'll use a mono fluid, sure, why not? I didn't even need to pull out my weapons. I don't have a single thought in my head right now. Go generic armor. Oh no. Let's see here. That's only 2 slaughter. Whatever. God, actually thinking about it, wouldn't double tapping to dodge on controller involve moving the control stick all the way back into the dead zone and then pushing it back in the direction you're no wonder it feels bad. Good lord. That sounds horrible. How do you live like that? Nathaniel heckin' Bandy every time. Yeah, I know, that sounds horrible. That sounds flat out horrible. Like, I'm trying to... Actually, no, you'd have to move to the dead zone, then double tap it. Actually, wouldn't you? Ew. Just thinking about that's making me feel slimy. Ew. Kinda gross. It's like the level of slime you feel when like a family member calls you asking for money. Yeah. Oh, this is a single high ground, not even a Vespa. Can you please hold still? Thank you. There's some generic 7 swords at least. We got something going on. What are you made out of? Nothing. You're made out of nothing. Okay. Sure. Tundra. I'm just looking myself. There we go. And it's nothing. It's nothing. Oh, this I need to swap for though. Oh boy, Mega, this is the room. Let's use fire to measure, why not? He's gonna have a really bad day. Oh, they all left the thing. Unlucky. What a generic 7 star, sure. That's unpleasant. Oh, you dropped it here. I hate this game so much. Yeah, you be safe. You be safe. Okay, well, like, what are you procrastinating from? Tell me what you're procrastinating from that, like, me playing Phantasy Star is slowing you down from. There's nothing to, like, worry about. You just have to worry about, like, when the battle music, like, ends, and you, like, look over at the loot. Like, that's the only time you need to pay attention. Unless you just really enjoy me talking about double tap to dodge being bad. I won't judge, I've heard weirder. You all have our vices. You're procrastinating from procrastinating. So, like, executive dysfunction then? Is this one of those things where it's like, no, I don't have enough time to do the dishes, I have to go to bed in 4 hours? Is this one of those kind of things? Oh, there we go. Yo, okay, so executive dysfunction, the only way you can, like, get around that is just kind of coping. Oh god, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Everything I hear about Final Fantasy XIV sounds like it's a game that, like, it doesn't want you to play it, but, like, if you don't play it, it, like, punishes you for not playing it. It's like, they'll tell you, it's okay to take a break, and then, like, they demolish your house if you do so, and then, like, someone else buys the plot your house is on, and then, like, you just don't have a house. Someone's, like, talking about how, like, the gameplay of the story goes crazy, and it's just, like, if I wanted a good story, I could just, like, watch a YouTube documentary at this point. And now have to pay a subscription to, like, a streaming service effectively. Like, at the same time, though, I feel that if I was, like, actually into its gameplay, I'd probably be going down a different route where I'd probably be one of those sickos that does, like, raid blog nonsense. And that's why I'm waiting for Rabbit and Steel. That's gonna be fun. Rabbit and Steel is going to be a spiritual experience. Like, just dodge the attack, the game tells you what to do. Get in the circle. Yeah, like that's the impression I get. Like, all like memes aside, the game seems like it's contradicting itself like constantly. Like, it wants to be like a story-driven game because it's Final Fantasy, but by nature of being a live service game, the story can't end. Until they're ready to like not be supplying Final Fantasy 14 online anymore. And I think that's kind of just a crock of it, because if your game is really good and has good foundational systems, people will play new like boss fights or whatever without like a lore reason for the boss to be there. Like, I don't think there's like something like Titan being like a monster truck or whatever happened there. Like, that doesn't need a lore reason, you put it down there. Like, Grand Blue Fantasy kind of understood that after a while, where they could just add a boss, and it doesn't have to be like lore relevant, it's just there, and you fight it and you get loot from it. Like, gamers don't need an engaging plotline to enjoy the game. They just need there to be a game that you can enjoy to enjoy the game. I don't have 1,000 hours in Terraria for this gripping narrative. You did it, gonna have to like give me new Terraria lore. Yeah, Monster Hunter, Terraria, Phantasy Star. Honest to God, like, even like people like replaying like Super Mario, even like other RPGs, like back before Kingdom Hearts had like 2,000 entries, like people played Kingdom Hearts because it was a fun game. You don't need to have an unending live service story. Like, does Fortnite have a narrative that matters other than the skill slot? No. Not that I know of. I don't play Forklift. But like, just make like a fun game and people will play it. Not everything has to be like more important. My take on like a lot of lore stuff is sometimes lore is just like thrown onto things to like force engagement from outside of the circle to get people interested in the thing. Like, Buckshot Roulette didn't have much lore in it at all. It had a few, like, ominous things and a monster dealer. And people went absolutely ballistic over that for like 2 months. Oh, we're already on 20. Do you see a Force Mother that drops a Psycho one? No, it's not good. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna send it. Oh, I hate this one so much. Where is it? It's 270'd around me. Dude. What? Is this boss even real? Shot Mother like a primal hallucination, I swear to God. Bro. Dude. I'm gonna lose it. Deep breath. And then he has a blank Gallatin. Isn't even like special, I don't think, yeah. It's a generic level 54. Yep. Completely unusable Gallatin. It could have just walked as the Photon Blast and like saved me like a full minute, but no. Oh, can't have that. Can't have that. No. It's shot mother. That helped me. What the heck are you? Zeroed? 20 slicer? Medium frame, expert frame. Other like, we can't have nice things, but like, it's a Phantasy Star game, there's always gonna be garbage in these. Like, everyone likes to act like Phantasy Star Online was some perfect game, then like, you look at the difference between a HuCast and a Humar. And you remember that Raycast exists. The difference between him and Raymar is just as bad. PSU and Megad in general. Dude, if you ever think PSO2 was toxic, in Phantasy Star Universe, instant kills were so common that scape dolls were sold at NPCs, and people didn't carry moon item measures. If you ran out of scape dolls, they just kicked you from the party. And it also didn't have instant drops, so like one enemy would drop an item that everyone had to compete over. So the host of the quest would kick you at like the last minute, so you couldn't get loot from the boss boxes. Yeah, like, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And the whole time that was happening, I was playing Shitserve PSOBB, which was a different kind of toxic. I didn't use that vision. I need to do that. But on my Nightmare Vision goggles, everything's the same. Guard material, sure, I'll take it. Low Viscera weapon? Slow level 2, no photon iron? That's tragic. That's tragic. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, they don't appear because I set their inventory, right? Burn shot, unpleasant, but whatever. Oh boy, a blue Boletta. 20. Okay, that's nothing. 34 B's. Bro. You just run to the other side of the map, past Bardo, and it just tells you to cope Heathen Mauled. Pretty cool. Nathaniel heckin' Bandy every time. Oh, actually, it's a PA. Interesting. And a couple mono fluids and another. Let's wipe all these micro machines out in one go. That's my screen. Oh, okay. That's a loaded question. New Genesis, the game itself is fun, and it's getting into a better place. But like, some people don't like the gameplay loop of like getting augments for your gear or like six enhance. And as for PSO2 like itself, because there's no more updates for it, like basically anything that's not like a claws weapon is kind of useless, and it's almost impossible to get your foot in the door to actually get in-game stuff. If you're not like a super high level, then yeah, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Just go in with a couple of friends for PSO. Because otherwise, quests are not going to scale. And it's not great. New Genesis fixes a lot of those problems because instances scale. So if you're like level 40, you have friends for Dark Falls Interception, then you're not going to be fighting like a 8-player boss with like 3 people. But just kind of just play what you want to play. And you just kind of set your own goals and work on them. Thank you. But if you only like want to like socialize, then you have to go to New Genesis. Soul back. Okay, what do you got on you? What do you got on you? No photon art. No percents. Level 2 element. Get this clown off the stage. Okay. The last time you played was like on Stia. The game is actually like not trash now. I'm gonna say like late Tavara to like Stia to early version 2. That like year stretch was just god awful because the gap from like 5-star to 6-star was gigantic, and then 6-star to 7-star was also gigantic, and then the gear climate like mellowed out a bit, but like nothing dropped, and then Neophystrian happened like 2 months into Stia, I think, like a month or 2 into Stia, and it completely just killed the gear climate because you either used Neophystrian or you just sucked your own thumb. Like there was no variety or anything like that. Nowadays, there's multiple good sets and things actually drop, so that's pretty cool. God, I hate it. Like the most shining praise I can give compared to like Stia is that yeah, things actually drop now. God, how did I survive Stia? How did I survive Stia? It's one of those things where I want to get back into like making content and stuff, but it's like, where do I even begin? And it's so draining wanting to make content when the content you want to make is kind of technical, and you don't even know if you'll get views on your guides until it's too late. Oh man, I fought through these guys. Don't do this to me. I was actually like low health for us, so it's fine. It took 0 damage from burn. Like you can see the model peeping into the glass. Pretty normal. then the boss. Nothing. We love nothing. Level 1 ice. Ladies and gentlemen, we truly are gaming. They did not mean to use a tripod, whatever. They dropped. Fine. Items are meant to be used. Okay. Everything on Alpha is boring because it's artificial, if that makes sense. Like, Alpha was designed to be a testing ground more than anything. So it's not going to have a bunch of, like, super interesting, like, natural things to find or whatever. Like, Alpha is a very big training ground. Mechanically, things are more interesting now, but my number one complaint will always be that combat zones force you to go to the fun, and the fun doesn't come to you. In things like Rayor Gorge and Roma Claw Redley things, you're at least like actively going to where the fun is going to be, and like a natural kind of loop. But in combat zones, you're just kind of chasing like little E and T markers around in the order the game tells you to. If the trial markers would appear where the current E marker is when they came up, they'd be like instantly fixed. Because a lot of stuff actually happens in them, it just doesn't happen next to you. Whereas if you were playing like Bewitched Woods, for example, in PSZ 2, all the fun would appear on you because you're traveling as a group. And then when like that one guy would like run through and they'd spawn things away from everyone else, you'd feel that because suddenly they had to fight a bunch of enemies and nobody was able to contribute to it, and it stopped the map. The fun needs to come to the player, instead of the player having to come to the fun. Like when a Gigantic spawns, for example, like that is fun coming to the player, because the Gigantic tries to spawn near you if it can. And then like when the Gigantic like changes over to like the second boss, that's the fun coming to you, because the second boss is spawning near you. A similar sort of situation with the changeovers in the Crimson Realm sectors, because when you clear the trial, then it drops a dinosaur on your head. That's the fun coming to you. But with the time extension quest that we have coming out, literally this maintenance, the fun's going to be pushing through the enemies in a certain time limit, so there's always going to be something that you're doing. So it's going to be better. Wait, if I use this menu... Oh, it's so... okay. Unfortunate. Yeah, like, everything on the Alpha is, like, boring just because it is kind of, unfortunately, by design, both in setting and, like, how the game works. They were trying to figure out how an open world Phantasy Star would work, And the answer was, it doesn't. So they're just trying to use like the world map as like a set piece, more like a CSU kind of setting, where you go to a specific area on the world map and you fight things there. If that was like the setup from the beginning instead of like a combat zone focus, then maybe we'd be singing a different song right now. But considering like everything else around the game's release, I'm not surprised that they tried doing that. But they didn't have a game to release at first. Oh, it's so mean saying it like that. But like, I remember in like the alpha testing, the data miners were afraid because there just wasn't a game to data mine. Everything in the alpha was all that was done. I mean, it, you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda, you know? Oh man, if this had an element, I'd have an upgrade. Yeah, like, coulda, woulda, shoulda, like... For better or for worse, Sega, as like a developer, is really good at two things. Trying new stuff and forcing to meet deadlines. It doesn't always work out, but they will meet a deadline if they can, and they will try new stuff if they think they can. And I'm glad that they tried something new, because even though they had a formula that worked, for all we know, the new Genesis formula could have worked if the game's release wasn't all of that. Like, the game state edited right now is effectively, like, the same, but better. And, honestly, them going for version 2 as, like, the name for, like, the soft reboot of it, it's very fitting. Because it's not like Phantasy Star Online version 1 was some sleeper hit that was secretly really good, because it wasn't. It was very bare bones in comparison to the game everyone knows today. It was like up to very hard level 100 cap. I'm going to rebuff in the previous sector and get my gear in order. It's inconvenient. Okay. Now he's gonna spend it. But yeah, like, I think the best way to put it, to like kind of like put like PSO2 and New Genesis into perspective, is in PSO2 you started like during the middle of like the conflict with the false spawn. Meanwhile, in New Genesis, we started at like the beginning, like right before the conflict with the Starless. So like, nothing really mattered because it was all training kind of content. But like, when you put it in that perspective, it kind of makes sense. It was an experiment. Like both in like gameplay implementation and context, but Ice Gun Visceral. Aw, Beast. Unfortunate. No Beast. All machine. I don't know. We can all like coulda, woulda, shoulda all day, but like I think every Phantasy Star game has been kind of mid in the first like year and a half of its life. Except for the ones that release these full titles. Like, if PSO2 released in the West from like launch pace on like JP update schedule, Global never had to deal with needing to get like 50 area drops in each area to uncap from like 30 to 40, I think. which was a whole thing. Like, early PSO2 was bad. Really, really bad. But anything is playable as long as you have friends that are playing it. As long as people you care about interacting with are playing a game, you will be able to play it. Unless it's just like complete hot dog water, like soloing in MapleStory or something. But I say this is like one of my friends playing Mushroom Game right now, so fun is subjective. I mean, it's a choice. And we need to respect that. For the most part. Yeah, but like, unironically though, like, the strongest player is, like, being the strongest is meaningless if you're just gonna be a dick to people, right? Like, it's like my swear for the stream, right? I can like, say like one swear, I think. Like, if you're gonna be mean to people, like, nobody cares. You should be the best, the literal best player on the server. Like, you'd know, like, the hidden force tech to have, like, 8,000 DPS or something. And it wouldn't matter because nobody would want to be around you. I would rather hang out with someone who's, like, kind of mediocre, but just cool to hang out around, than hang out around someone who's, like, constantly thinks they're better than everyone. Because when your, like, regular experienced vibes are just bad, they drag your vibes down as well. And it's just a pretty bad time all around. So like I can say all like the trash, I can talk all the trash I really want to do, and I'm pretty bitter and negative myself sometimes. I just try not to do, and it's like an active struggle. It is a daily battle to be nice to people in Phantasy Star community. But it's worth it. You are not my gun. Yeah. Bro, okay. Bro, okay. When I open Twitter, it is 100% to fight and complain. That's all I care. Link with 36 hit, why? What floor am I on? 27, okay. Yeah, no, like, Twitter is... When I log on Twitter, I'm basically, like, resigning myself to be, like, playing as a character. I'm basically there to be, like, a heel of the community. And I'm just there to, like, say things that other people don't want to say, and also have, like, the credentials to say them. Because I am not going to lie. Part of my motivation for, like, soloing Aegis is that I wanted to be taken seriously. I wanted to have that credibility. I wanted to be able to be taken seriously. 100% selfish motivation. There's like a level of spite and... Oh god. I'm more like a heel in like a wrestling sense. You know, I'm like, I'm the person that everyone loves to hate, and then I say something that's right. I'm like when the bad guy is killed. Like, I just want to be friends, but some people just want to yell really loudly, and it's like... Oh, if I must. And sometimes in a situation you don't need to be delicate, you just need to have a really big fist. That's what I like to do. Always remember, kids, what would get him hooked do? He would swear and punch someone. Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of stuff in the last few months. But like none of it mattered. Yes, for war. Okay, what are you? Like, it's incredible how, like, little a lot of things people say matter if you don't, like, let them matter. I always say that the worst thing I could say to someone is nothing, because that implies that I don't think they're worth replying to, or that I don't think it's worth commenting on, or things like that. I'm very opinionated. I have the very radical opinion that we should be, like, nice to each other, at the very least. But, like, the moment you swing first, you should be ready for the consequences of, like, whatever you do. Okay. I love when the game drops a red box at my feet and it's complete trash. Where's it all the art design? Hello? Is that an A-course? That's an A-course. Kind of seriously spawning all around. Yeah, my motivations are usually kind, but I will be the first person to tell you that maybe 30% of the stuff that I do is motivated by, like, spite and or envy. What is all of the art designs? What is all of this? But yeah, like, when I started doing, like, the math sheets for New Genesis, I made those out of spite, because there was one other damage calculator that, to my knowledge, wasn't public, and people would just post it every time a new weapon came out, saying, okay, the new weapon's weaker, no content for a month, see ya. And I asked one time, I'm like, hey, where are you getting these numbers from? I'd like to be able to keep up with them, because I like these kind of numbers, and I just never got a reply, so I made my own database. And yeah, you'll know where that went. I don't really care for it, whatever, I don't really care. Like, if you're not gonna tell me, I'll just learn. Kind of like the birds and the bees, but like with numbers. The B's and the C's, I guess. I don't know. This is like the 5th Arca plant spawn in a row. I'm kind of losing it. This is absolutely cursed. At least it didn't have an arc sign on that. But what do I know? What do I know? Holy smokes, finally. That's turn though. Yeah, like, after I soloed Aegis, other higher end players in the lobby, like, took note of who I was. And I'm just meeting, like, more people, and, like, more people recognize me, so I have that going for me. Like, after one of my Aegis duos with someone, they told me that I was better than their entire alliance because nobody else in their alliance could duo with them. and I brought them to like a 1430 or something. I want to say I heard it off like Pirate Talker or whatever, but like you don't need to tell someone that you're really good to be taken seriously. You just need to show them that you're really good. Like you don't need to tell me that you can totally like solo Aegis, just like solo Aegis. I'm kind of rambling, but wait. What else is there to do when you spawn 3 different Archetypes in a row, you know? That's Fantasy Star. It's called Psycho 1 because it drives everyone who looks for it mad. Abraham. Nathaniel. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On the food, a fry grinder, arrow. This is 29, I think, so it should be boss after this. Oh yeah, no, like, honestly, like, we all talk about, like, min-maxy stuff, but, like, it's really easy to have, like, good enough gear to contribute with. There it is. Like, it's not difficult to make, like, good gear. It's just difficult to meet, like, some of the standards that some people seem to have. And some people's standards really are higher than they need to be. I go on to... United. Like, as far as I'm concerned, as long as my run isn't faster in solo than, like, playing with you, I don't care. It can be inconvenient. Yeah, like, my only standard is just, like, a modern weapon, modern armors, and LC capsules. That's all that I ask of. I'm not gonna ask, like, little Timmy 752 to, like, spend, like, an entire costume fund's worth of Maseda on... Lux Halfinales when he'd rather just be a cool robot. It doesn't even have an element. God. Like, just, like, play the game, like, play your class. Like, as long as you're trying, I don't care. It's just that, like, some people... They literally just, like, wait for free loot. Like, they will enter queue, and they'll just, like, alt-tab out and just, like, rifle normal or something on their controller. I need to pay attention so I don't sell anything that matters. It's like, there was this meme going around that, like, back in shit serve days, where it's like, all the big time attack players will be like, oh, you only level 250 plus to join, no dark flow, get out or I will sue. And we're only like that with each other. Actual really good players will look at a mediocre player that wants to learn and be willing to help them learn. Like, I played in Aegis earlier today. I did a duo. This person was in like full Ajax armors, LC capsules. They were a Slayer using a Termina 2 Versionals. And I personally believe that if they were doing the right counters, we would have cleared it. Because we almost got to like the DPS check. We were like 2 minutes off clearing, I think. Which is honestly like not bad when you're playing with someone who's just dead. And I'm saying this like respectfully, like, I think if they were doing the right counters, I could have pulled them to a clear. Alright, no wait, no, that wasn't wrong. Oh, the trap vision was still there, it still works. I mean, like, just play what you want to play. Like, I'd be saying this if I was like streaming Buckshot Roulette, if I was streaming Terraria, if I was streaming Mario's Picross, I'd be saying the same thing. Play what you want to play. Like, New Genesis is very casual friendly if you just want to like hop on and just like fight some enemies. Cause like people at my level, we all like meme on like the starter gear they give you, but like it's serviceable enough. Like, yeah, you're gonna be dealing like a third of my damage if you're in it, but like, not like the game isn't balanced around me. The game is balanced around players that are like maybe half as strong as people like me. Like, Darkfall's Aegis S rank on like the initial quest was 20 minutes. And they didn't compose all of that music. Like, they did not compose the entirety of Our Life, Our Stars, or whatever the name of the song is, for you to only hear like 4 minutes of it. Like, could people at my level clear it in like 8 or 9 minutes? Yeah. But was that the intention? No. Just because I can kill a boss like 5 times faster than you can doesn't mean you shouldn't be playing. I was having this discussion about Battle Power with someone where it's like, the requirements have been getting easier to get into content with like no failsafe. And some people don't like that because they only want to be playing with like good geared players, but like, how is someone going to get good gear if they can't get into the content that drops the gear you want them to be using? Like, you know? Did I ever save? Save after this room? That'd be dreadful. To save after this room, actually. But yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of snobs that I think just really need to be given a lesson in humility. And I need a lesson in humility every now and then as well. And that's when I'm shown a randomized pick cross board, and I'm like, yeah, that's right, I'm kind of bad at that, actually. But sometimes it doesn't matter if you're bad or not, because you just need to be having fun at the end of the day, right? I think there are some failings, like, you should be able to use a boot and a knuckle at the same time. You should be able to do that, but you lose out on too much, like, no matter what you do with that cross combo for it to be, like, functional. But you should be able to do that. I think the game would be a lot cooler if you could, like, I don't know, use a partisan jet boot and knuckle on the same character. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. That'd be completely awesome, actually. Who am I kidding? Yeah, like, what do I know? I'm just a bouncer main. I basically don't have an opinion. I have, like, a free ride on, like, agents, so... Yo, Jasper Roar. You know, everything was going fine, then a Pelcatraz showed up. Beat these guys. We're never getting shields back. I'd love to get shields back, but we're probably never getting them back. I think that's okay, because... I think it's okay for, like, one entry in the series to have, like, a specific thing that other entries don't have. Kind of like Mega Man Zero, like, having, like, a different extra weapon every game. Like the Zero Knuckle and 4 being like the replacement for like the triple rod or whatever it was called. Man, having that shield was cool though. Well, they're saying that like a lot of stuff like that is there's no current plans. Like, anything class-related, there are no current plans right now. Because they're working on improving the things that are there to give us more things to do, instead of giving us more ways to do nothing. Because if you think about, like when Braver and Bouncer released, there wasn't really fanfare on those because there was nothing to do with them. There was just nothing to do. So, like, more ways of doing nothing are meaningless. It's why when we got Waker, there's that long delay before we got Slayer. They were giving us more stuff to do before they gave us another class. Have a ping here. Very important to just kind of everything. Yeah, like, we don't need more playstyles, we need more things to play. And I think that, like, the current team that they have, they're actually in, like, a good position to have, like, satisfying content, because items are actually dropping now, so things are worth playing. So, yeah. I think what I'm going to do, stream-wise, I might just, like, do one more boss worth. Because I really need to just, like, stream like the afternoon or something so I can talk to people, and also not deal with the fact my connection apparently just spikes down to like nothing regularly. It might be like Wednesdays and Thursdays, or the afternoons. That'd be pretty comfy, I think. I need to like mess with my settings on New Genesis, because I do want to stream New Genesis again. There's enough stuff to do, and at the end of the day, like New Genesis, and like I said it earlier, but like Fantasy Star is like a just chatting stream, except instead of like someone sitting in a hot tub or like Subway Surfers or Minecraft parkour in the background, it's just full smash. Or Fear Racer or Rampaging Harrier. Like I think I could farm Aegis and maintain a conversation. I could solo Aegis and maintain a conversation. Called shot. I want to prove myself right there. It's like if I prove myself right, you know, called shot. And if I prove myself wrong, it'll be funny. Like, New Genesis streaming right now would be like, you'd do like one task on like one day and a different task on a different day. Like one day you'd like be grinding like Gorge, and then another day it'd be like limited time quest or whatever. Or like grinding your... Yeah. Now look, the hot tub streams in New Genesis are only if you allow them to be that. Because I, for one, when I stream New Genesis, I try to wear clothes. I don't like it when people dress down their characters, like, for streams or recordings just to get, like, views effectively. I'd rather dress up my character and focus on, like, the game and not my sliders. Does that make sense? I don't have a lot of room to judge. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't have a lot of room to judge how people want their character to look. But when I stream New Genesis, I want it to be about the game and not in Sphere or the balloon buzzing simulator. Some people seem to do. Yo, generic armors. Well, you see, no, I'm just a little bit more conservative to what I wear on stream. My rule of thumb in game is you don't wear clothes if you don't want someone to, like, see you wearing them. So I wear whatever I want at the moment, but fashion in this game is like, there's not a lot of like long-term fashion. It's all just like, it feels like it's tailor-made for screenshots when the costume is new, and there's no staying power for like any of the layering there. Let me get this out of the way before I'm not NPC stuff. But I definitely do. I definitely do have more clothing on my characters when I'm streaming than normal. Sometimes it's just like cast parts instead of like a dress. Because I try to avoid like skirts entirely when streaming, because I don't like upskirting people. And if they want to be upskirted because they're weird. So yeah, so that's like being more conservative, it's just I'm just wearing pants. But I play bouncer and gunner. I have a lot of I just kind of get them because like I know it'll look good and maybe I'll take a screenshot with it, but like if I'm not gonna wear something more than like 2 screenshots and I don't see myself wearing it on like each and every one of my characters, I don't get it. I save a lot of money on hair that way. Because I otherwise account bind everything that I buy. But like when a new costume comes out that I care about, my fashion costs are doubled. I had to spend like an entire Lux Hall finale or 2 on like a single costume. It's not pleasant. It is not pleasant. Phobo shard? Cool. That's pretty neat. It is taking all of their combined brain cells to take out that single Guerrero. Dario, whatever. The Hypo. I hate Hypo so much. It's like Hypo, Zespao spawns, Rojade spawns, and Palcatraz spawns force me to change weapons. I hate every single one of them. Like, he just bull smash use them. What are we on? 35? Okay. Annoying. Very annoying. Bro? Bro just quadruple jump. Okay. Sure, you can do that. I don't know what you mean by A1. I mean, I'm just I'm just here playing Fantasy Star Zero. I'm just playing games, man. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. Do what you want to do. That's gonna be unpleasant. You know what else is I'm missing half my attack, so you're good. You get used to it, don't worry. There's probably like at least one guy out there who misses accuracy and evasion checks. Because they added risk to gameplay. Something. I don't know. I don't want to make up a straw man and have him bobsled down a slippery slope. Bro. The 70 damage then I'm gonna go nuts. I love how accuracy and evasion checks in this game are so irrelevant that bosses have no evasion to make sure you hit them. I know the idea was cute, but it just doesn't work in this kind of game. The only time accuracy has ever worked as a stat is in Pokemon, where you know how accurate your move is going to be. And when you miss Focus Blast, that is on you. Because you clicked the fun... I hate everything in Arca Plant so much. I hate everything in the area so much. The last one. Oh, see there. I just don't want to star atomizer or whatever. What a kid. I'm really full up on healing items. Kind of crazy. I'm actually like a cracked gamer. I'm really good at clicking bull smash until everything dies. Yo, another Gara Python thing for the pile. Let's go. Playing some video games. Yeah, I do sleep, I'm just nocturnal. Like, I was probably going to go to bed like 4 or 5 hours from now. You fall something? I'm off at the corner where go flying. Unbelievable. Bro, are we there yet? 38. Picked up a lot of garbage actually. Doesn't it expire? I was waiting for an NPC to heal. Okay. That answers that question. This best balance of that's what I hate. I hate all of them. That was 38, so this one should 39. So I have 5 more waves of enemies and an annoying boss to fight, and then we're good. Then we are good. I'm gonna try for that. So let's see how the sector goes. It's true. It's true. The way I play Fomaro in this game is pretty much completely unhinged. Like I'm playing like a hunter, but I'm gonna push the stats. It's there's this movie. Its name is None of That, with None being like a sister. And like the poster art for it is like a nun holding up a handgun. And I just really think it's really important that you know this movie exists. I'll swap for a Vespa. But there's also this guy on a Ragnarok Online private server I knew. He played a gunslinger named the Smoking Nun. And despite being like off meta, like extremely off meta, they were pretty good. Like they would wipe like entire stacks of people if they managed to get in. It's just that getting in on the gunslinger was like impossible. Ragnarok Online is like the Terraria of MMOs, where like every now and then you'll just like have an urge to play it if you're like a sicko, and you just like grab a random server and you just play it and you get some gear and you like uninstall it again. And by the time you want to play it again, that server's dead, so you have to like find another sys just to play it on. It is such a popcorn game, and like the funnest way possible. And like Maple Story in a way. I don't want to play Maple 2 again, but I kind of don't. Because there wasn't really a game. It was all like Tronic Bunker. And like weekly caps for like loot and stuff, and it was pretty bad. Like if you found like a staff on like a character, it would like immediately get like character bound, so you had to just exchange it for materials to make a box to get another random item from the same series. And you couldn't just like store it so that like your character that could actually use staves could just use staff. And you'd have to like buy gear to get into a dungeon to actually get the gear that you needed. It was bad. Oh, this is a dice board. Why not? Alright. We're recapping the game. Another shot mother. Okay. Gonna send it. Dude. Dude. This game is so bad. This game is so bad. It's one specific boss. It's such bull. I could not imagine playing this boss like normally. It's just drifting away. God, what an annoying boss. Alright, and... Hey, Frigid. I think Frigid has like a set... Like, Frigid isn't even like special from what I know. Yeah, okay. It's just a generic 7-player. Wow. Ace. That is a certified yikes from me. Well. I'm gonna offload all my nonsense and hit the funny end stream button, so... Hopefully I don't delete anything that I care about. Because this was before you could lock items, and it goes exactly the way you think it could. I did not delete any of my items. I think the next time I do a tower stream, I'll probably hit 100, which will be cool. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here, and hopefully we'll see what happens in the meantime. So y'all be safe.